Hi, my name is Henry Garrett, and today we'll talk about San Francisco vaping and the harmful effects of advertising in its community. So, for starters, the inception of these targeted advertisements came about when vaping products were first coming out. This was around the 2000s when it was e-cigarettes and vapes being marketed as a safer alternative to traditional smoking and as a tool to get um, people to transition off of cigarettes in an effort to get people to not be so addicted. However, later on, the advertiser market realized the potential it had if it started to cater to younger generations, and that's exactly what they did. Um, but let's take a look at why these advertisers may want to advertise to um, younger audiences. So for starters, young individuals typically have a lower nicotine tolerance, and this is going to make them more susceptible to addiction. Their bodies are not as naturally equipped to handle these chemicals, and when they target this demographic, these advertisers are aiming to hook users incredibly early, trying to get um, these young people to develop a dependency onto nicotine. It's concerning, especially given that these young brains are more vulnerable to the addictive um, effects of nicotine, and they likely don't even know what they're putting in their body. Um, Doing this, like I said, um, if they get started early, then they're likelier to continue to use these products throughout their life. This almost creates a a long-term customer retention process where people will continue coming back and coming back because they're addicted to these vapes and because they need to keep buying them once they finish it. Um, Not only this, but if young people start vaping early, they will be building up their tolerance, which started off lower, and in turns it'll cause them to consume more, buy more, and contribute more, which is not something we want. But let's talk about the strategies that these advertisers do use when advertising to the youth. For starters, they like to use bright colors and sleek designs. Um, as you can see in this Jewel and Elf bar on the left, um, these visual elements are chosen to capture the attention of younger audiences who are more likely to be drawn to vibrant and trendy aesthetics. The packaging of these vapes is evolving and it almost feels like you're opening a new iPhone, and this just makes it appealing and desirable for teenagers and young adults. Not only that, but the flavors of these products are being used to market towards children. Flavors like strawberry ice cream, mango, cotton candy, and mint are all just dessert-inspired sugary options that are designed to appeal to a younger palate. Um, these flavors try and make vaping more attractive to these young kids, and they try and almost mask and hide the harshness of not only nicotine, but vaping in general. Um, Social media influencers will be sponsored, where advertisers will typically spend money to have these social media uh, promoters there to promote their vaping products, utilizing their large followings to create this trendiness and social acceptance around vaping. Not only that, but social media stars are followed by, again, young, impressionable children. And these sponsored posts, giveaways, and viral challenges all just increase the visibility and awareness of vaping to young kids in general. Lastly, I want to talk about the rest of the stuff we see on screen. Um, we see vaping advertisers trying to appeal to pop culture with Miss Piggy and the Stormtrooper. to sports fans, saying it's for everybody, including the little Lakers jerseys on your vape pens. And finally, in the top right, a vape store trying to um, engage its audience with a children's game, Where's Waldo, for a potential discount. Um, Not only that, let's take a look, let's move on to how it affects young minds. Other than the physical health risks of nicotine being an addictive substance, um, it impacts youth's brain development. Adolescent brain development is still maturing until the age of 25, and nicotine interferes with that development of these brain circuits that control attention, learning, and impulse control. This results in long-term cognitive and behavioral issues, including a drop in academic performance and overall mental health. Not only that, it's harmful to your respiratory and cardiovascular parts of your bodies as you're inhaling nicotine straight into your lungs. This can lead to bronchitis, asthma, and other cardiovascular failure. Um, Not only that, but vaping can be seen as a gateway form to other substance abuse, whether it's to cigarettes, weed, anything else. Vaping just enhances the cycle of addiction and substance dependence. Um, and these vape companies seem to have no care for their users at all. Nicotine addiction has its crosses to brain development and negatively impacting social cues and social acceptance of vaping. Just creates a system of peer pressure where kids involve themselves with risky behaviors and their peers. It increases low self-esteem, anxiety, and identity issues, um, where kids are just only trying to vape to be cool in a world where um, we're also dependent on each other and we're all looking to fit in. Young people can easily think that it's normal or okay to vape, and that when they're surrounded by their peers and friends doing the same thing, they might not think anything of it. Um, so this all sounds really bad. So let's try and dive into the stuff that is going on to try and challenge it. We'll first take a look at how San Francisco has successfully imposed a e-cigarette ban.
Juul no more. San Francisco has banned the sale and manufacture of e-cigarettes. It's the first major US city to do so, responding to fears that vaping might be harmful. I will introduce a resolution. When the order was first voted on, San Francisco legislators pointed out that the ban would be lifted if the Food and Drug Administration approves such products. Companies like Juul have had 3 years to submit their product and marketing to the FDA. The question is, why haven't they? And the answer is because they want to protect their profits to continue targeting and harming our young people, and they know nicotine is not healthy. Juul, founded in San Francisco 2 years ago, is now the most popular e-cigarette in the US. It accounts for more than 2/3 of the market share, with sales expected to top $3 billion this year. It's the main culprit for the band's supporters, who claim such companies are targeting young people. The number of US school students using e-cigarettes grew by 78% last year. The potential health consequences of vaping remain unclear, but include worries it could stunt adolescent development. Critics of the legislation say it will drive people back to regular cigarettes, which are known to cause
Cancer. Okay. So just to recap that, Mayor London Breed in San Francisco signed this law in 2019, um, and the ordinance follows as um, e-cigarettes are still not technically fully banned. They just have a lot harsher restrictions, and they have to be approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Um, Around the time no vapes had um, been approved by the FDA, so the ban did work for a little bit. However, vape companies found their ways to kind of loophole their way back into the market. However, a more significant and effective ban in San Francisco probably was the ordinance to ban all flavored tobacco products, trying to curb the appeal of these products to young consumers. That's flavors like cotton candy, strawberry ice cream, mango, and stuff like that. Other than the public health concerns, San Francisco is really concerned about their youth and um, the growing uh, addictions that come with vaping. So, lastly, I want to talk about a little update that just happened in about March. Um, Jewel had to agree to a significant settlement with not only the San Francisco Unified School District, but the entire state of California. They have to pay an undisclosed amount as part of a broader effort to resolve the claims related to marketing practices against minors. So Jewel lost the settlement. They're forced to pay a lot of these school districts a lot of money. San Francisco has come out and said that they're going to use that leftover money to fund the salaries of 76 employees, both on campus, as well as to use some of that money to put it back into the systems of anti-vape advertisements and calls. Thank you.